All right, so the fairings that I got from 12K from China finally came in, and I also picked up a complete fairing bolt kit off of eBay to get this bike assembled. So this is how the bike came from the previous owner after he crashed it. So I'm not sure if I have all the bits and pieces to actually finish the bike up. So this video is going to be kind of a review of the 12K fairings and, you know, the fit, the finish, how all the pieces go together. So I'm going to get to unboxing this and start assembling it, and hopefully I have everything I need. All right, so I got everything unboxed. I'm pretty impressed with the paint finish here. It does look really good. I decided to go just with a flat black kit because I've heard that some of the 12K fairings, the graphics don't exactly line up. So I went with one that was probably the easiest for them to nail, which is flat black with just the decals on it. And it does come with, it looks like it has everything here. Comes with all the pieces for the, you know, all these pieces here to fill that stuff in. I did have to ask them to include that because the picture that I was looking at, I'll post it up here, didn't show them. So I made sure I asked them to say, hey, include all these bits and pieces and everything. It does come with some hardware too. I'm glad I bought the eBay kit though, because they're black, which is gonna look a lot better than having the silver bolt heads on there. So now I'm gonna get into installing it. I'm not 100% sure where to start. I think I'm gonna start at the bottom and kind of work my way up. Not seeing the fairings come off of this bike is gonna make it a little bit difficult for me. And so I'll have to pull up some diagrams and take a look at that. So it's gonna be a bit of a process, but I'm gonna jump into it, start getting these fairings on. Let's do it. The Aprilia shop manual really came in handy with the front face of the fairing there where the headlight sits. There's a lot of bits and pieces that go into assembling the front of it there. I had to take it apart and put it back together several times. That's when I decided to buy the manual, and it really cleared everything up. The diagrams are great, really shows you how the whole thing gets assembled, especially in my case, because I did not get to see this bike get taken apart by the previous owner. Okay, so far been going pretty well. I kind of stopped at the front here until I need some hardware for the steering dampener. So I jumped to the back and I decided to keep the carbon tail here. I think it's gonna flow pretty nice with the flat black at the front and then coming to the carbon area at the tail here. So right now I'm just focusing on getting the tail light and all of this figured out here. And then after that, jump back to the front, get all that assembled, and then it'll be pretty close to done. And I'll do a full review at that point, but the only gap that I don't really like so far is this one, which is way down here. Isn't really lined all the best, but can't really see it. So as long as the front, you know, fairing piece here really lines up well and bolts in, I think it's gonna be a pretty good kit. But right now, I'm gonna focus on the tail, wrap that up, and then jump back to the front. The only major flaw that I found with this kit so far is, so the visor here has the 3 holes for the mounting, and you can see 1, 2, and it's missing the 3rd. You can kind of feel it from the back there where it's supposed to be. So I'm going to try and chase that out with a drill bit, just kind of by hand, so I don't flake off the paint. But so far, this kit's been really good. I'll go over some of the minor alignment issues that no one's really going to notice at the end, but that's pretty much it. This kit is excellent so far. Now what I'm going to do is install the signal lights, and that really holds the whole front of the fairings of the bike there. And so I'm going with these mirror delete block off plates with signal lights in them right there. And then I'll be having the bar end mirrors on this bike. So these are made by Motoblocks, and looks like they're going to look pretty cool on here. And yeah, so that's actually going to hold this whole front end up in there like that. So I've had the fairings on the bike for over a year now, and overall I would say I'm really happy with the decision to go with the 12K fairing set. There's always two concerns when buying any of the Chinese ABS aftermarket fairings. So one of them is the fitment of it. How is it going to line up? How are the pieces made? Are they quality, etc.? And the second one is the finish. So for the fitment of it, this kit is great. It lines up really well. All of the stock mounting points are exactly where they need to be. And any of the minor alignment issues that I have with this kit is stuff that no one's ever going to notice, and it doesn't take away from the overall look of the bike. So then for the second part, the finish of the paint itself, it's pretty good. I don't know if I would go with the matte finish again on this kit. It's really hard to keep clean, and it marks really, really easily. I'm not sure what I spilled on the front here. It must have been like some sort of cleaning product or something like that, and it did take off the finish of the paints a little bit, and I have a few scratches on here just from, you know, being around the bike and brushing up against it. I think that having the regular gloss clear finish would be a little bit better with this kit. But overall, I'm super happy with it. It's the price point of the kit is really attractive. A fairing set for this bike, the stock fairing set, is upwards of $3,500, and the price point of this kit being $850 is really attractive, and it's a great option, and I would definitely do it again. I have had a few other issues with the kit, but all of those are my faults. So at the lower mounting point for the belly pan, the bolt fell out, the fairing rested against the exhaust and melted a little bit, and I had to stabilize the back with a plate because the ABS curled due to the heat of the exhaust. So, but that's my fault for that bolt falling out, and I have a crack in one of the pieces of plastic when I was putting everything together. Again, I just wasn't being careful enough. So any of the issues that I've had have been my fault, but overall, I'm super happy with it. I would definitely do it again, and I'm really happy this bike is done on the road. It's been a great experience installing this fairing kit. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.